This episode is sponsored by Menopause Moguls one-on-one coaching. This is a new offer for professional midlife women of color who want to start a service-based business. That can be a therapy practice, doula services, life coaching. They want to start a service-based business, but midlife changes, whether it's menopausal symptoms and or midlife circumstances, has disrupted your life, disrupted your confidence. One-on-one coaching gives you personalized sessions where I help you, number one, identify your wellness and business goals and create a clear action plan to achieve them without feeling overwhelmed. Number two, implement practical strategies to gain energy and time to work on your business. And number three, develop mindset shifts necessary to take bold steps in launching your business. We work together to create a customized foundation that positions you on the path that leads to the business and midlife you truly desire. So, if you're ready to be empowered to step into the next version of yourself that builds a business with energy, clarity, and focus while you navigate your midlife changes, then schedule your free strategy call to apply and get started. The link will be in the show notes. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Menopause Moguls with yours truly, Dr. Joyelle. How y'all doing? Um, Today I wanted to talk about, actually tell you first to stop looking through the lens of insufficiency. Stop looking through the lens of insufficiency. So before we start, just wanted to say thank you for tuning in to another episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. I really, truly appreciate all of you for the support you have given throughout this podcast. So please continue to watch and tune in and share. And also let me know what you think. Provide a like if you're watching here on YouTube. Provide a comment. And if you are listening on Apple Podcasts, please write a 5-star review and a review and let me know what you think. All right. So, the lens of insufficiency. Stop looking through the lens of insufficiency. However, it's hard when it's forced upon us, right? When we think about menopause, the idea of menopause, the cultural norm is essentially forcing us to look through a lens of insufficiency. When you think about menopause, you're losing hormones, you're losing estrogen. It's not enough hormones. There's not enough hormones, so you don't have energy. You're losing clarity. You're losing your focus. You're losing your vitality. You're losing your beauty. You're losing your worth. All of these things, right? That they press upon us as we are entering perimenopause and menopause. I've had someone say, I'm afraid to go into menopause because you're just going to dry up and live in a moo for the rest of your life. I'm like, what? That's what you think of menopause and these aging years? Like, no. But I understood because that's what's put out there. That is, generation after generation, like menopause is again doom and gloom, and you are losing everything. But at the same time, you also can feel that you're losing stuff, right? Of course you are. You're feeling that, and that feeling is valid. But when we bring these feelings and this vision of insufficiency, looking through this lens of insufficiency, into now doing things like going into entrepreneurship and creating things that we want to create, we bring that lens into that space also. And I just remember for me, as I was entering entrepreneurship, I had that lens of insufficiency where I didn't feel like I was enough to build a business. I was in this practice. Now I want to go outside of the practice and build a business. I didn't feel that I was enough. I felt like I needed already have a medical degree, obviously, but I'm like, do I need now an MBA to start a business? I don't have that. I don't have enough knowledge. to build a business. I don't know enough. I don't have enough expertise to build a business. And then when I decided to be a coach, I feel like I didn't know enough to be a coach. Like how do I be a coach? I don't know enough to be a coach. And then thinking about my life in general, being a mom, being a busy mom, I don't have enough capacity to build a business. Like, I got 3 kids. I'm taking care of patients all day. How do I don't have enough capacity to now build a business. And then also, I don't have enough money. Like, do I have enough money to build a business? Like, how does this all work? And I realized when I was looking through this lens of insufficiency that kept me stuck. That kept me in a space where I didn't take action. I didn't make any moves to build the business because I didn't feel that I could, right? Because I had this sense of I am not enough. I don't have enough. I'm not enough. I don't know enough. And there was a time when I had to decide to stop thinking that. Stop thinking about the things that I was losing, stop thinking about the things that I've already lost, and start thinking about what I still have left. And that took self-work, right? I had to really look inward and honestly deem myself worthy regardless of what I do, right? Because, I've said in previous episodes where I attached my worth to what I do, right? So I was now when I was then trying to transition into something totally where I felt was out of my league, over my head, when thinking about building a business, and not doctoring anymore, I'm like, "Oh, am I still worthy?" You know in that gap going from one season to the next, like that gap in between, I had to deem myself worthy regardless of what I was doing, right? Um, I had to do the self-work to build the capacity, right? So I had to start doing things to pour into me, and stop running myself ragged, doing all the things, right, for everybody, and pushing, what I wanted to do, the dream that I had to um, create a new brand, create a business outside of my practice. I had to give myself permission to start pouring into myself, and prioritizing me and my dreams in the process. And I had to build a new relationship with myself, right? And see myself differently, see myself as an entrepreneur, um, see myself as a, woman who's over 40 trying something new, trying something different, right? Doing something different. I had to see myself doing that, right? And also accept me feeling differently in the process, feeling differently in this new season of my life, instead of rejecting it and um, resisting it, right? Now, let me tell you, I did resist in the beginning. Like, I really was like, no, I can't, I can't do it. I don't have, again, the capacity to do it. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. Um, I spent quite some time resisting, but I really had to convert that into acceptance and accepting where I am, um, and also accepting that what I have now, right now, is enough to start building a business. Um, and realizing I actually do have experience as far as coaching. I didn't call it coaching when I was, you know, working with my patients trying to, deal with different diagnoses or even their menopausal symptoms. I didn't call it coaching, but that's what it was, right? Helping someone transform their lives um, in a way that allows them to feel well again, allows them to feel empowered, allows them to do things that they didn't feel like they could do before. I was already coaching, right? But I had to see that. I had to realize that and um, uh, acknowledge that the experience that I've had in my, practice actually is something that I can carry on into my coaching business. I had to also acknowledge that hello, you've gotten this far with your brain, right? Why wouldn't you continue to use your brain to figure this shit out? Right? Like you can still figure it out, right? So I had to I had to have that conversation with myself. I had to This is a big one. Give myself permission to ask for help. Give Be accepting of the fact that I don't have to know everything, right? Like as a doctor, you feel, we feel like we have to know everything so we can help patients, we can save lives, right? But as I entered entrepreneurship, I had to let go of that way of thinking and be okay with, okay, I don't know this and I need help. Right? I need help. And not only help with the business, but help with family. Like I had to be more vocal with my husband and be like, listen, sir, I'm gonna need you to do whatever it is as far as with the kids, or even having those conversations with the kids, like, "Listen, mommy needs to go over here, go in this room and do whatever she needs to do, in order for her to have the capacity to do the things that she wants to do outside of, what I do for you." Um, so all of that, you know, took a process, right? Took time for me to come to accepting, come to giving myself permission to do all of those things. And really shifted my focus from, again, not feeling like I had enough or knew enough or was enough, shifted my focus to what I have left and what I've gained already throughout my life up to this point, right? Up to that season of my life, what I've already gained, the wisdom, the resilience, the experience, all of that is valuable, right? And when we have a lens of insufficiency, we kind of forget we don't think about those things. We automatically think about the things that we don't have, the things that we still need to know, the things that we still need to learn, like all the things. But if we shift our focus to what we've already gained in this lifetime, on this life journey so far, um, all of the things that we've gone through and still got back up and did the things that, got the degree, got the promotion, all the things, we still got back up. Um, and all the things that we've learned, all the lessons that we have learned along the way, all of that matters, all of that counts. And, I realized when I shift my focus to that, that's when I was able to um, take steps in building my business. I hired a coach. I, again, took the time, created time for me to pour into myself and build the energy that I needed, create the time that I needed to work on my business, to work on me, to do that self work so I can um, take care of, not only, my children, my family, my patients, but also really take the time to work on what I've been dreaming about, what I felt the nudge to do, what I felt the call to do. Um, so, in the midst of all that, and there's still days when I feel like I'm not enough. So it doesn't go away. Those feelings don't like completely go away. Especially when things don't work out, in my favor, or like I wanted to do, or how I wanted to work out. I feel like, oh, I don't have enough. I don't know enough, or I'm not enough. So I have those moments. So a lot of times I go back to my Bible, and I meditate on this scripture, 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 5, and it says, "Not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think of anything as being from ourselves, but our sufficiency is from God." So I had to remind myself of that too. I have to meditate on that often. Because once I get into a mode where I'm doing things and I'm having success and the business is going great, my clients are getting the results that they need, I get into a rhythm, right? Like, ooh, things are great and things are good. And when things start going awry, I'm like, oh my gosh. I go back into, oh my gosh, I'm not enough. Oh my, I don't know enough, or I'm messed up or whatever. And that's when I forget, like, girl, the things that you were doing before, that was not from you. That was from the creator. That was all from God, right? So when I remind myself of that, when I have to remind myself to stop being self-reliant, right? Um, and the confidence that I have, um, really doesn't come from me, it comes from God, right? So remembering that, that is when I'm able to get myself back on track and get back into, doing the things, even throughout the challenges, even through the quote unquote failures. I'm still able to get back up and remind myself again and again that your sufficiency really isn't from you. It is from God. So that really has helped me um, along this entrepreneurial journey. And even through, my perimenopause journey where there's physical challenges, even through my long COVID journey, when there's physical challenges, mental challenges, I again remind myself of um, I am sufficient um, because of God, not of myself, but because of God. So that is what really has helped me um, be able to enter this entrepreneur journey and continue to keep going throughout all the ups and downs. Um, And that really stems from the new relationship that I built with myself, in the beginning of all this, and again, deeming myself worthy regardless of what happens, deeming myself worthy regardless of what I do, um, and because of all that, I'm able to take bold steps, towards my dreams and continue to build courage to do it scared. Because that fear doesn't go away either, y'all. Like there's always moments where I'm scared and like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is gonna work. And you have that fear of failure always coming up, right? But I go back to that scripture, I go back into, again, turning inward and reminding myself that you are enough, right? That you have enough. Work with what you have right now in your hand. Um, so that's what I wanted to share with y'all because, like I said, I've had to meditate on that scripture most recently because I still have days, I still have moments when I feel like um, I'm not enough. I feel like I don't know enough to, do the things that I want to do, whether it's, a podcast episode or speaking on a stage or just, working in my business and, doing things that I've been just dreaming about doing. There's other things, that I also have dreams of that I wanna do, and, and I just want to let you all know there are still moments, and I know there will continue to be moments where I'm gonna feel like I'm not enough or I don't have enough, and I have to remind myself to stop looking through that lens of insufficiency and instead look through the lens of sufficiency and knowing that um, I will always be sufficient um, through God's um, grace and um, be able to keep moving and keep showing up for myself, keep showing up for y'all, keep showing up for um, all the people, right, that God has created me to touch and inspire and motivate. But I don't just want to inspire and motivate you. I want to actually activate you into your next best self, which is why I created Menopause Moguls. Um, and I'm now offering one on one coaching to those of you who are ready to start looking through the lens of sufficiency, knowing that even though the midlife transition, the changes, the challenges may make you feel like you're not enough, you don't have enough, you don't have enough capacity to build the business that you've been dreaming of. The one-on-one coaching um, is something that I wanted to really give you that personalized support and accountability and these reminders that you have you already have what you need to start your business right now. It may not feel that way right now, but you already have what you need to start right now, but you just don't see it because of all the things that you are doing and all the people you are showing up for. With one-on-one coaching, I help you to show up for you first so that you can build the capacity to build your business even through the midlife changes and challenges. So if that speaks to you, um, schedule a free strategy call to apply for my one-on-one Menopause Moguls one-on-one coaching so we can get started. The link will be in the show notes. So that's what I have for you all today. Um, and I hope that that was helpful and like I said, we all need those reminders and those pushes to say like, girl, you got this. Right? You got this. Even though you feel like you don't have it, right? Um but you do. You really do. Uh and I hope, listening to this um is a good reminder that uh you have enough to keep going and you have enough to not only show up for yourself, but show up for the people you want to serve in the business that you want to create. All right. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. Again, please share, please comment. Let me know what you think. Leave a review if you're listening on Apple Podcasts. I truly appreciate it. And as always, sending love and light to y'all. And I'll see y'all next time. All right, y'all. Take care.